Yeah.
So tell us more about the tuning fork. I think you wanted to try something out on us for everybody to try.
Not with the tuning forks. We're going to try it with EFT. We're going to do a little let's try this. I want you all to try it at home. You can follow along with us. So this is called the 9 gamut. And what I first want you to do is there's a space in the back of your hand between the knuckle of your pinky and the knuckle of your ring finger. And if you feel in there, it's this soft, fleshy spot. You can do either, it doesn't matter, Lisa.
Okay.
And I want you you can hold on to it, you can tap it, you can rub it, whatever feels comfortable. You're going to put the hand over your heart, and then you're going to do, then you're going to massage, tap, rub the 9 gamut point. And while you're doing that, I want to lead you through some exercises, and I'll tell you the reason why for some of it after we're done.
Okay.
So keeping your head perfectly still as you're holding on to or rubbing your gamut point, I want you to look hard down to the right. Oh, wait, forgot something, Lisa. Hold on. I first want you to do a body scan. I want you to go through your body and notice what it's telling you. And if your body's got a message for you, maybe your throat is tight, maybe your stomach's clenched, maybe your toes are curled up because you're nervous. Whatever it is, I want you to notice it and measure it 0 to 10. 0, it's gone. 10, it's like, oh my gosh, my stomach is in such knots. It's awful.
So I feel tightness up in my like up in here. Like
okay. What number would you give it? 0 to 10. And first number that comes to mind.
5.
5. Okay. And the reason why we want the first number is because that's your subconscious. That's your subconscious giving you the information that you need. If you're thinking about it, you're getting it out of your prefrontal cortex, and it is not in charge. We already said that.
Right.
Your subconscious is in charge 95% of the time. So go with whatever comes first. So we've got a shoulder neck issue, and it feels like a 5. Okay. So holding your head perfectly still and holding onto your gamut point, I want you to look hard down to the right. Come back to center. I want you to look hard down to the left. Come back to center. I want you to roll your eyes slowly clockwise. Back to center. I want you to roll your eyes slowly counterclockwise. Back to center. I want you to take a nice deep breath. We're going to go in through your nose, out through your mouth, down into your belly as deep as you possibly can. Let
me try again.
Yep. Because when we're anxious, we breathe in the top part of our lungs. One more.
Or I stop breathing.
Oh, that's not good. Now I'd like you to hum for me. Row, row, row your boat. I'd like you to count backwards by 2s from 10 to 0.
10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0.
What's 3 times 3?
6. 9.
What's 2 times 4?
3 times 4 is 12.
What's 2 times 8?
16.
4 times 1?
4.
And I'd like you to hum row, row, row your boat again. Okay, I want you to check in with that feeling you were having in your neck and your shoulders.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Isn't that amazing?
It's gone. It's like that was the only thing on my body that I could feel was kind of is gone. It's completely gone.
So EFT works on physical issues. It works on emotional issues. We've been using it on pain. There's a woman out of the US who is a big proponent of using EFT for pain. She was working in a pain clinic. She's an EFT master. She's been doing it for 50 years, I think.
50?
50. Yeah.
Wow.
She's been doing it. No, sorry, 25. She's been a counselor for 50. She's been EFT for 25. And she works in a pain clinic teaching them how to naturally relieve pain without opioids. And she's become very passionate about pain relief after she had 2 clients who both buried their children due to the opioid epidemic. They OD'd. And she's like, we have to get this out there to teach people how to alleviate their pain so they aren't continually suffering. And it's phenomenal stuff. So what we did there is the gamut point is a straight shot to your amygdala. So say you're in a meeting with your boss and you know it's going to be a little bit contentious. You can have your hands underneath your desk or in your lap, and you can be holding on, you know,
Mhm.
tapping or anything. You can just be holding onto this gamut point, and it's sending the signal to your amygdala, hey, we're safe, we're calm, everything's good. So that's part of the stealth tapping that we're talking about. You can be doing this. You can also, if you're, whatever feels right for you, because it's just like with drugs. What works for you doesn't work for me, or it works different for me.
Mhm.
Take Advil, you take Tylenol, that's what works better for your pain.
Right.
So with tapping, something will really resonate for you and your subconscious and your body, and it may not work for me. My son-in-law loves to do this one and this one together.
Mm.
And you can shake it up. And I'm like, well, this really doesn't do anything for me. But for him, this is his jam. He's like, yep, this is good for me, Mama.
So that calms them down.
Yeah, that really calms them down.
Yeah.
So you can be squeezing under here. If you're on transit, public transit, maybe you're in
Mhm.
New York and somebody's going off like a rocket, you can be holding onto this as you're running away. So you can do this. Your hands, you can also be doing the finger squeezing as you're sitting in the meeting with your hands underneath the table. And you can do all of the fingers, or you can
Mhm.
just pick one and hold on to it.
Is it
And
the same thing? Is it the
yes,
same
it's the same
effect?
thing.
Mhm.
A lot of these are the meridian endpoints that also go to your fingers. So
Okay.
yes, you're affecting the same thing. So yeah, there's a lot of stealth tapping you can do if you're in a stressful situation, or with COVID, we did not want to be sitting in public transit doing any of this, and maybe we still don't want to be doing it for flus and things like that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You can be doing all sorts of stuff like this that nobody will see.
They won't know. And yeah.
No, but you're still regulating yourself. And once you become regulated, you can begin to think. The prefrontal cortex comes back online, and you can come up with creative, interesting solutions that you couldn't access before because you were totally offline and dysregulated. So when we were doing that, we brought both part of your brain engaged in the process. And when we hum, there's something called the vagus nerve, and it's part of the cranial nerves. And it runs from your brain down through your vocal cords. It runs behind your ears, down through your vocal cords. And it's called the wanderer. And it wanders through most of the organs in your body. And it's also responsible for fight or flight. So when you hum, it activates the vagus nerve and says, hey, everything's okay. Everything's fine. You do not need to be freaking out. There's lots of courses you can take online on working with the vagus nerve and how to calm it down and how to reset your fight or flight response.
Yeah, I had actually saw someone else. I think it was on social media, another doctor that was talking about the very thing, the humming for the vagus nerve and
Yes.
getting you calmed down.
Yeah.
And I'd forgotten about that until we just did our little thing. And that's true.
There's another really cool one. If you take your middle finger and you put it behind your ears into that little divot that's there. And then you put your hands onto your throat.
I actually have done that one without realizing it.
Yeah. And if you stick your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and you're going to breathe in, and when you breathe out, you want to make a sound from the back of your throat. If you do yoga, you've probably done this sound.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a release.
Right. These points back here access your triple warmer, which is a Chinese energy system for fight or flight. So this calms the triple warmer down. Holding on to here helps with your vagus nerve, and then the toning, they call it, also does the vagus nerve. So it's a triple shot. It does all three things at once.
Interesting.
I do that when I can't sleep and if my husband hasn't come to bed yet, because if he's in bed, you don't want to be laying there going,
honey,
very happy with me.
I think you need to go sleep in the other room.
Be gone with you. Stop.
Yeah, stop it. You're not helping me.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things that you can do to reset your nervous system and reset your body so that you don't have to carry on the way that you are.